The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Money's coming to me. Money's coming to me.
Here we go again, by the way. When trading begins this morning, get ready for more all-time highs.
All-time highs. That's what they keep telling us. All-time highs every day. Another all-time high. We've had like 36 all-time highs within like a 1.5% gain. It's just ridiculous. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Wow. You know, it just amazes me. It's just too bad that 99.999% of people have no idea what the market is. They have no clue. The folks that are sitting in 401ks, they have just no idea how they're getting screwed. A 401k is nothing more than the biggest skimming operation in the world. I mean, do you really think you can make money when you got 27 hidden fees? You really think you can make money when just, remember, they tell you they only take 1%? No, that's not true. With all the hidden fees, they're taking 2 to 3%. Even 2%, you lose 60% of the money you put away. That's right. Let me say this again. 60% of the money you save for your retirement is gone with fees. But you don't understand that until the day you're ready to retire. But I'm not talking about that today. It just amazes me that this stock market, let's think about it, and nobody understands it. I got a bunch of emails today saying, Phil, the market's going back up again. How long do you think the market will go up for? Finally, I got so many emails today asking me that question. I did a nice video, and it's free to anyone. You don't have to be a gang member. Go to my site, philsgang.com, and I explained the Trump rally, and I explained how long this market's going to go up until it crashes. I even pinpoint it for you. It's really simple. Just go to my site, philsgang.com. It's free to everybody. You don't have to be a gang member. Go to the radio tab, philsgang.com. Click on where it says radio tab, and I do a whole nice little video identifying what's going on. I mean, think about what has happened here. Since 2008, they've been purchasing trillions and trillions of dollars of treasuries to try to drive that dollar down, to try to drive that rate down, the yield down, to drive the dollar down, to keep the stock market going up. Trillions of dollars. What, they got to about, I think, 4 trillion? It's crazy. So they decided, well, they're going to start unloading. This is the Federal Reserve. Now, the Federal Reserve, who's the Federal Reserve? Well, the Federal Reserve, those are a bunch of real rich cats. These are all the very wealthy people. They control this banking cartel. It's a banking cartel. The wealthiest families in the country, and some outside the country, like the Getty family, they all own this thing called the Federal Reserve. It's a banking cartel. I don't know how to explain it. And it's controlled by the 1/100th of 1%. And as I've told you, there's only about 2,800 families in that group. They make $27 million a year, each one of them. Their net worth is a minimum of $111 million, and they make a minimum of $27 million. These are very, very wealthy people. They control everything. They will decide who will be the nomination for the Democrats, who's going to run. I mean, they own everything. They own everybody. They own everything. They control everything. They couldn't control Trump, though, because Trump had his own money, so that's how he became president. And they, as they tell you, they always take care of the top 1%. Now, you remember, the top 1% in this country, there's 38,000 families. Top 1%. That's it. But remember, between the two, they control 80% of the stock market's wealth. So if the stock market in 2019 went up, let's say $4 trillion, 80% of that $4 trillion goes to this small group, this tiny group. But what people don't understand about the stock market, how it works, and they when they hear this stuff like this is what really gets me. When they hear things like this here, listen.
And from where I'm sitting, it looks like we should be able to achieve 8% earnings growth, and then you add 2% dividends, you get a 10% year, maybe a little bit of a multiple compression. So
he has no idea what the hell he's talking about. He just comes on and says that. We have not had a 3% economic GDP growth in 10 years. Almost 11 now. Remember, in 2008, when the stock market stopped crashing, remember how it stopped crashing. And I explained this in a video. You can go see it. Go on my site, philsgang.com. It says radio tab, click on. But just for the sake of argument, when the market crashed in 2008, let's say you had a stock, it was $110. And we had that crash, and it went down to $10. And let's say there was 15 million outstanding shares of that stock. Now, remember the 1/100th of 1 percentile and the 1 percentile, they got hurt too. They lost $7 trillion in wealth. A lot of their wealth, they're part of that $7 trillion is wiped out. Now I'm not talking about the housing. Housing's another $10 trillion. But think about what happened. So they had to figure out, how the hell do I get my money back? If my stock's at 110, that's just one of my stocks. So they have a portfolio, so they got 10 stocks. They got the same problem with every stock. So what are they going to do? I mean, to do it the old-fashioned way, through earnings, meaning a company, survives you, they have to make sure jobs are created. Oh, by the way, see the job number? They came out with 202,000 jobs. They're suspecting it's going to come out for tomorrow, but don't ever believe that number. It's the ADP number, and it could be off 100,000 jobs either way. We have to wait to see tomorrow. But these job numbers are phony as hell anyways. They really are. But I don't want to get off the subject. So the stock dropped down to $10. Now they're figuring, how am I going to get that stock back? You know what kind of earnings? That means people have to get jobs. Remember, people lost their jobs. And people who still had a job were cut from full-time to part-time. Now, jobs, as I told you the other day, begins the whole economic cycle. Because if you have a job, you spend. And when you spend, that creates growth, right? Because you go out, you have a job, you spend money, and from that spending, the economy grows. And those companies that made the goods that you spent money on, we identify how much that stock is going to go up through a formula, what we call earnings. But just for the sake of it, I think of profits. So if it took about 20 years to get that stock up to $110, it's now at $10. How the hell are you going to get it back up there? So here's what they did. They decided to go back to what was once a felony. A felony. It was a crime, manipulating stock price. So if your stock's at $10, now the first quarter is ready to report. Now remember, everybody's lost their jobs, or they're down to a part-time job, and they're not spending money. Nobody was spending money. So if you're not spending money, how do we get economic growth? We only get economic growth if you spend money, then companies have profits. None of that's happening. So how are they going to get that stock from dropping from $10 down to $5? That was the problem right there. So what did they do? I'm going to tell you when I come back. Don't miss this. This is good. I'll be right back after the break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis and investing, the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock chart seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
When the markets open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, so we're talking about the stock market. And every time you hear one of these fake business news networks, you hear them always brag about how strong the economy is. And they call the economy the market. Here's this morning.
Here we go again, by the way. When trading begins this morning, get ready for more all-time highs.
All-time highs. But that's not what the market's about. That's what look at. Here's what most people don't get. When the market crashed, and then we've had this huge rally, 468% since 2008 to the end of 2019. Think about that. 468% stock market rally. That's only happened twice. And they weren't even close to 400. The biggest two, we went up. Remember, we had an 82% gain with the .com, and then we had another 85% gain, a bubble. They both popped. That was the housing bubble. But this is 468%. So when the market dropped, we had that huge crash, wiping out $7 trillion. The owners had to figure out, how am I going to get my money back? If my stock was at $110, it dropped to $10. God, this stock can go down to $5, down to $2. We could go into a depression. So what'd they do? The Federal Reserve, okay, which is nothing more than a banking cartel owned by the wealthiest individuals or families in the world, they decide to play a game, a con game. Matter of fact, it used to be a felony. So what they did, just think of it this way here. So the stock went from 110 down to 10. Now they had to report their first earnings. So my stock was at 110, it went down to $10. I have 15 million shares outstanding. So what you normally do is you figure out, okay, I got to figure out what is my stock price going to be based on my earnings. So my earnings figure out my price of that stock. So it's at 10. My God, we just came off the crash. Nobody's spending money. Nobody's buying stock. My stock's going to go down. So how do we stop that from happening? So what they decided to do is what they call quantitative easing. That simply means get the printing machine out, print all this money, and then what you do is take that money and you loan it to the CEOs, to the companies. Loan it to the CEOs. In 2008, they had then about, I think it was about two. They had about $3 trillion, let's say $3 trillion in debt. So they would loan them the money, and they would take and buy their shares. So instead of having 15 million shares outstanding, they would buy 5 of the 15 million, drop it down to 10 million. By dropping from 15 to 10 million, that prevented the stock price from going down. So they spread the earnings not over 15 million shares, okay, but they spread the earnings over fewer shares. There was the trick. So by spreading over fewer shares, instead of my stock going from $10 down to $7, my stock went from $10 up to $13. They've been doing this ever since 2008. So the corporate debt in 2000, I'll chuck the number, but I say it was around $3 trillion, okay? Let's use even 4. $4 trillion in corporate debt. Now, the one thing you don't want is a corporation to have a lot of debt. That's the worst thing you can do, because you want a corporation to be pretty much debt-free, because you want to use all that free cash for acquisitions. You want to use all that free cash for R&D, to develop. You want to use that free cash to acquire other companies. That's when you're healthy, when you have no debt. That's when a company's really healthy. So instead, these guys, remember, the 1/100th of 1%, these 2,800 families, and then the 38,000 families, they wanted to get their money back. So they started to borrow money. The companies, they said to the CEO, keep borrowing money, keep borrowing money. And there lies the problem. So now what's happened is the stock that was, every time the earnings would come out, they would do the same thing over again, starting in 2008, 2009. They keep buying, reducing the amount of outstanding shares. So every time they drop the outstanding shares down, reduce the outstanding shares, the earnings would go up and would push the stock price up. So right now we got stocks. They're up at $150. Shouldn't be any price any more than $20. So let's think about this. So we're sitting here now. Corporations have a huge amount of debt. They have now $9 trillion in historic debt. Do you know what that means? They're dead. $9 trillion. That means when this economy, this stock market craters, and it will. Now, if you tell me you don't think it's going to, at the dot-com crashed after going up 42%, and the housing market, that bubble popped after going up 45%. Are you trying to convince me that this stock market going up 468% is not going to crash? Of course it is. So now the market's sitting up there, and they got $9 trillion in debt. That means companies can't do anything. There's no research and development. All they've been doing for 10 years is buying their own shares and getting rich. And that used to be a crime, because when you buy your own shares, what they do is, remember, every time they borrow money or profits, it used to go back into what they call a capital investment account, where they would take that money and go buy new machinery, new equipment, and that would produce, your productivity would go up, and that means wages would go up. Well, for 10 years, wages aren't going up. They lie to us, tell us wages went up 3%. What a bunch of nonsense that is. So corporations have this incredible $9 trillion in huge debt. And when this all started, it was Bernanke. Remember, it was Bernanke and Obama who lied to everybody in 2009, 2008. When they introduced QE and stock buybacks, they lied. They said this would be the longest economic expansion since World War II doing this. But what has it turned out to be? And how's it going to affect you? I'll explain when I get back. Join my gang, free for 10 days, including the chart, color-coded chart.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
We watch the market all day long, and when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed, because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere, because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
PhilsGang.com is not the only way you can stay in touch with what we do throughout the day. With today's social media, you can stay up to date with Phil's Gang current events. You can find Phil's Gang on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and more. Phil's Gang Radio Show is broadcast live Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, Periscope, and, of course, YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Go to PhilsGang.com and find our social media buttons at the top left-hand corner of the site. PhilsGang.com and Phil's Gang Social Media, keeping you connected.
With the PhilsGang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at PhilsGang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At PhilsGang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And PhilsGang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the PhilsGang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at PhilsGang.com. That's PhilsGang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let PhilsGang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at PhilsGang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. PhilsGang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, for 10 years, in 2008, the end of 2008, Obama and Bernanke, they introduced QE and stock buybacks. And they lied. They both said the QE would be responsible for the largest economic expansion since World War II. Economic expansion. That means GDP growth. Economic growth. You know how they always talk about that every quarter? What's the GDP growth? So it would be the largest economic expansion ever. It was a whole lie. Because we had history. Japan tried it, and it doesn't work. Instead, what happens is the expansion becomes debt. And it kills corporations. And eventually that debt is so high that you can't prevent a recession, and then you can't prevent that crash. But that was fine because 10 years ago, the very wealthy decided they will benefit from it. Not you, nobody else, just the very, very wealthy. The 1/100th of 1%, the top 1 percentile, these are all your CEOs, these are all the guys on Wall Street, these are the hedge funds, the banksters, the big insurance companies. This group would benefit because they didn't want to have to go through a process of building value again. It would take years and years and years. Get that stock back to $110 where it's at 10. So they could cheat because they controlled the Federal Reserve. So they could print money, and all they had to do is give that money to the CEOs to keep borrowing that money, almost zero rates, to keep purchasing their own stock back. So if they had a 15 million outstanding shares, keep reducing it every quarter. Keep reducing it every quarter. That was the trick for 10 years. That's what drove the stock market up. It used to be a crime. Now, in 2018, from 2009 to 2018, the market was ready to collapse. Ready to collapse on March 2018. The market started to go down 20%. They stopped it. They came in, boom, started to do stock buybacks again. So from January 2019 up to May of 2019, they drove it back up 20%. And ever since then, they've been driving the market back up. Every day they keep driving the market back. It's very simple. All they have to do, again, is buy $65 billion a month in treasuries. That's what they did in 2008. That's what they're doing now. That's what they're doing now. Go to my site, philsgang.com, and click on versus radio, and you can see it. I do the whole thing. I lay it all out for you, and you can see how they're starting to buy $65 billion a month, as they did back in 2008, because Trump has to get to November 2020 to get elected. So what you should do is try to ride this. The only thing I tell my members is we just got to be out in time. That's all. 70% of people lose their money in the stock market because they're not out in time. Now remember, the market was ready to crash. If you go back and take a look at the market in 2018, it was over. Matter of fact, it started to crash. It started to crash right around October 2nd, October 3rd, dropped 20%. They came in and interfered, and they started to buy treasuries again. Print money, buy those treasuries again. And then as of late, if you go and you'll see on my site, go to my site, got this all laid out for you. You see right around October 2nd and right around August, September, they started to buy $65 trillion billion a month and treasuries to keep pushing this market up. So you got a hell of a rally between now and November. You just got to make sure you're out. If something's going to happen. Now remember, the biggest danger is corporations have the biggest debt in history. And here's the problem. Here's the felony. During this time, remember the money that they used to borrow and the money that they made used to go into an account. It was called a capital investment account or a business investment account. That money was always used to buy new equipment, new technology, so that you could keep producing, increase your productivity. And when you did that, wages kept going up. Well, wages hasn't gone up in 10 years. Haven't gone up in 10 years. So they keep lying, telling you there's no inflation. Of course there's inflation. So wages haven't gone up in 10 years. And it's all because they can't push wages up because remember what the CEOs are doing. They're stealing the money from that account instead of buying new equipment, increasing productivity, so they give you a wage hike. They're taking the money and buying their own stock back. And the CEOs and their officers and the biggest shareholders, and now I'm talking about also the guys on Wall Street, we're talking about the biggest insurance companies, the biggest banksters, the biggest hedge funds, they're all in on this and they're all making a fortune. All you have to do is follow the chart. That's all. Follow us. Every day we have our own portfolio. And I have this chart that I designed. And it follows that money. And every day, all you have to do, you join the gang, it's free for 10 days. You get your color chart free for 10 days. At 2 o'clock every day, what we do, we put up our portfolio and we do a video on each one of our stocks so you know exactly what to do. So if you join today, you get your chart free and you get your membership free. At the end of 10 days, you don't want to stay, that's fine. But you'll see this is not a joke. It works. It works. So when this market is ready to collapse, we'll see the institutions pull the money out. I'll prove that to you in the next 10 days because you'll see the color-coded chart turn red. So you know that money is coming out. So we'll always make sure that we're out But even better, when it starts going down, we'll make money as it goes down. And if you think I'm full of crap, in the next 10 days, just try it. And all I ask when you're making money, please remember St. Jude. But think about this. For 10 years, they've been doing this. So for 10 years, people haven't been making money. People aren't making money, and corporations have never been in so much debt. And when these corporations, they don't have any cash. So when this market starts going down, they don't have the cash, the free cash flow to stop the stock from collapsing. See, this is the problem. Corporations shouldn't be in debt. Not this kind of debt, not 9 trillion. 3 trillion, 4 trillion, even 5 trillion's okay. But 9 trillion, that means when the market is going to collapse, and it will, they don't have the capital, they don't have the cash. And 9 trillion in debt, they only have 850 billion in cash. That's it. That's the danger. But nobody's going to tell you that truth. So let's just stay with the rally. And every day I post your stock. And here, give you an example. Here's one of the stocks we posted today in the video. If you're in AT&T, you go up, you click on AT&T, and this is what it would say to you with the video.
AT&T or T, this one here still throwing curveballs, like I said, and now you can see it just turned red. Let's go ahead and throw a scout on it for a short position. So let me update my sheet here.
So what we do, every stock we tell you exactly what to do. And if you start making money, we just ask, hey, donate to the kids, that's all. So at the end of the day, after 10 years, this whole rally has been fake. Trump was right. He said in the beginning when he was a candidate.
Our economy is booming like never before.
Right, remember? Now, what did he say when he was a candidate?
It's a false economy that we're living in.
Right, so wait, we got two things going here. He's telling us now this.
Our economy is booming like never before.
But when he was candidate, he was telling us this.
It's a false economy.
Because he knows it's a false economy, because the same thing I'm telling you, he told you. And he told you the unemployment rate wasn't 5% back then. He said it's 18, 20%. Well, the unemployment rate right now is now 3.7%. It's 12, 18%. But he has to change because he has no choice. If he wants to be president, he knows if he comes out and tells the truth and the market collapses, he's not going to be the next president. So why don't you and I just make money until this thing collapses? Free, 10 days. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Get the chart and get my membership for 10 days. Try it. It works.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020. Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Want to make profits in the stock market? PhilsGang.com is running its best promotion ever. For the holiday season, Phil's Gang is giving you the Working Investor Program free for 10 days. That's right. Get the Phil's Gang membership and the MV2 color-coded chart free for a 10-day trial. Go to philsgang.com and click on Get Started. Then choose the Working Investor Program for your 10-day free trial. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. You're not a regular listener to Phil's Gang? What, are you nuts? Listen to Phil Grandy and check out philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Again, welcome back to Phil's Gang. Some announcements here I have to make. First of all, you can go to my site, philsgang.com, and click on where it says radio. I do a video explaining what I'm trying to explain today, that you can see how the market right now, they're buying $65 billion a month in treasuries to drive the yields down, to drive the dollar down, to hope the market keeps going up so he can get to November. So my members and myself, we're buying stocks. We've been doing terrific with our stocks. Our gold we did terrific with. Some of our golds are up 11%, 19%. We've already taken our profits on those. And same with our oils. Some of our oils are up 6%, 28%, 26%, but we're taking profits as they turn red. So now what we're doing is we're going to be following this rally now because they're doing what they did in 2008. They're starting all over again with what they call QE. $65 billion, printing it, buying treasuries. By buying treasuries, the dollar goes down. When the yield goes down, that pushes the market up. And this is what they're doing. So they're buying their own shares again. So the number of see, these companies, the corporations aren't making money. The corporations aren't making money. Remember, their earnings are going down. They're negative. Even though they tell you they're positive. No, they're negative. Just look it up. They're negative. And the earnings are going down. The economy, every quarter, is negative, going down. Okay? So that means our economy's going down, but they're pushing the stock market up. And that's all we care about. We're not going to go say we found God and look at this. The economy's going down, market's going up. We better get out of the market. No, we're going to stay with the market until our charts turn red. And even then, not only do we get out with our profits, but we'll stay in as the market goes down and we'll short our position. Here's interesting. Listen to this. Here's Kramer telling this poor guy to buy Broadcom, AVGO. Listen to this.
I wanted to talk to you about Broadcom. So, I did my homework. They came out with good earnings. The company's solid, and now they're selling part of Symantec off. All the semiconductors are going up. This one seems like it's on a downtrend. I bought some yesterday, and I want to buy more, but I'm not sure if I should get out and buy NVIDIA.
This stock is not valued correctly. I think it can have much more room to run. 13 times earnings, 4% yield.
Who cares? Listen what he's saying. My members bought this stock when it turned green. A few members, not a lot. But a few members bought this stock when it was green. It turned green. So they bought it back in October 2018. It was around $282. It stayed green. That meant the institutions kept putting money in. Then finally, it started to turn red on December 2018 and December 2019. So the stock was up 17%. So because it turned red, it warned them to take the money out. And then the stock started to go down. And this poor guy's getting caught in the stock. It's going down. It's been red. It's been red. The stock's been red since December 19th on my chart. It's still red today. Kramer's telling this poor sap to stay in it. What are you, nuts? By the way, before I run out of time, remember, join my gang. It's free for 10 days. And you get the color-coded chart along with the membership, free for 10 days. Also, on February 15th, here in Sarasota, Florida, I like to invite 10 people. It's $500 a piece, okay, to come to Sarasota. Perfect time to come, great weather. And I'm going to do a personal seminar for 10 people, myself and Steve. And I'd love to have you join us. It's a one-on-one, just 10 of us, that's it. And that's February 15th. So make sure you sign up early for that because we always sell that out. That's going to be February 15th, 10 folks, and that's $500, okay? So we have a lot of fun doing that, by the way. All right. So, again, don't forget, go to my site, philsgang.com, where you can see the video I did for you today. But more important, go where it says Get Started. Click on, get your free chart and your free membership for 10 days. Look, it gets frustrating because when all you hear how great this economy is, you can't have a great economy. The stock market is not an economy. The stock market's been going up for 10 years on the same fraud. It's called quantitative easing. And because of that fraud, corporations went from about $4 trillion in debt to $9 trillion. That means now when the market crashes, and it will crash, they all do, when it crashes, because the corporations have so much debt, they don't have enough freedom. They don't have enough to go. They can't go borrow money. They're in debt so high that they can't go back in and start buying. And here's the real thing. Because all their money is putting in to do stock buybacks to reduce the amount of outstanding shares they have so they can rig their stock price to go up, none of that money for 10 years has been going into these companies for capital investment. And that's why you are not getting a raise. Because remember, the CEO is shifting money that was set aside for you in capital investment to buy new equipment so that productivity would increase and you get a raise. They shift that money to themselves. That's where the fraud is. So they can take that money and buy the stock to reduce the amount of shares so they could take their earnings when it's bad, their profits are bad, spread it over. Instead of 10 million or 15 million shares, they'll spread over 5 million shares, so the stock price goes up. They've been doing this for 10 years. They're making a fortune, the CEOs. But what's the CEO doesn't care about the company debt? What's he care? And the guys that run the Federal Reserve and our Congress, they don't care about the debt. Nobody cares about the debt. Because the people in Congress, the very, very wealthy people in Congress, the people on Wall Street, the 1 percentile, the 100% of 1%, all of these people are getting rich over the last 10 years. These poor corporations are getting murdered. They're carrying so much debt. They've never had debt like this before. And that's why they all lied when they said in 2009, they all said, they introduced QE and stock buybacks as the greatest thing in the world, that we're going to have the longest economic expansion, when all we have now is the longest economic debt. We have debt. Our government, look at our government debt. Jeez, $23 trillion in government debt. We're paying almost $500 billion a year in interest alone. Our debt is growing 30% faster than our economy. So we got our government just dying with debt. And then now we got all our corporations, but people don't think about it because they see the stock going up every day. And they hear this idiot Varney every morning saying this stuff every morning.
This is a very... Here we go again, by the way. When trading begins this morning, get ready for more all-time highs.
But see, he's not telling you. Wait a minute. There's all-time highs, but remember why these are going up. It's all stock buybacks. They're starting to buy $65 billion every month in stocks to drive the outstanding shares they have lower So because their profits are so bad, that mask it, and that will push the stock price up. If they didn't reduce the amount of outstanding shares, push it down, then their stock price would go down. For 10 years, they've been getting away with, hey, let's not push let's just go in and take money from you at 0%, and we'll buy our own stock, reduce the amount of shares, so when we spread our terrible earnings, our terrible profits, instead of the stock going down, it'll go up, and that's why it's called a bubble, and that's why it used to be a felony. And think about this. All these companies in the last 10 years have not been taking that money, and investing it in good expansion. That's why we're not the number one country anymore. But in the meantime, I can't fix that. But here's what I can fix. From now to election night, if he's going to keep doing $65 billion every month to keep driving the stock market higher, stay with me. And every day we'll do a video for you. You don't have to know anything about the stock. You don't have to know what the stock does. Just follow the video of our stocks, our portfolio. When we tell you to buy, we tell you when to add to your position, we tell you when to take some profits, we tell you when to run like hell. We also tell you, okay, let's turn around and make money as it's going down. Look, the stock market for 10 years has been driven by humongous debt. QE and stock buybacks. Stock buybacks has destroyed our economy from within, because stock buybacks, all this money, remember, they're taking all this money and to drive their outstanding shares down. But guess what? There's no savings. There's no savings. All right, nobody's saving. So that means what really drove our country, remember, always drove our country, was startup businesses. But you have to go to a bank to borrow money, but the banks don't have savings. They don't have savings because they're driving interest rates so low, nobody's saving. So that's why our jobs, remember, come from good startup businesses. Those aren't happening. That's why the middle class is shrinking. But I can't fix any of that. So why don't we just, when the market keeps going up, let's go with it. And when I tell you to buy, you buy. When I tell you to get out, get out. When I tell you to run like hell, you run like hell. And just remember, if you're making money, please help out St. Jude. Join now. See you on the charts. It's free for 10 days, plus the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's